Leaving Napoli onto Rome. So heavy. Few takeaways from the city. I will say, of all the pizza I had, I wasn't like completely blown away like by, oh my god, this pizza is amazing. Although they were really good. They were really good. The standard of pizza is pretty like, you know, it's not Little Caesars, if you know what I'm saying. But that, a lot of people ate pizza. I was like, okay, cool. The people I really enjoyed most of all, one of the things I really enjoyed was the people at the hostel. I met some really awesome people, and that was kind of one of my main things by doing this solo travel, is just like really tap into connecting with other people, and trying to be more open to new relationships and new connections. So yeah, I was very successful in that light. And I was also able to see some really great sights. And one of my favorites was walking up to St. Elmo, which is a castle. And you could see like the whole city from the view. So that was definitely like one of my top favorite experiences. It was raining and I was all alone, and like there wasn't a lot of people on the street, and it was just like I walked up this hill and it was kind of exhausting, but when you got to the top it was so worth it. So that was like one of my top experiences. And then I really enjoyed the archaeological museum. They had so many statues, which, oh, my orange broke. I have to eat that. They had so many statues, and I love statues. There's orange juice on my jacket from where my orange just broke in my pocket. Didn't know that's what was happening. Many statues. I love statues, and especially the ones like Greek architecture, I guess. Similar as like the Romans and the Greeks kind of have similar art like that, statues. So yeah, it was amazing. I loved it. And I'm excited to come back, guys, to say the least. I barely got to touch the city. I'm not even gonna say I know what it's all about, because I really don't. 7 days is not gonna give you the full experience, but yeah, I'm really glad I came. I'm really glad I met the people I did. I'm excited to see what the rest of my journey brings me. 2 hours on the bus and I'll be in Rome. One of my least favorite things to do in any traveling situation is to rush. 1 hour at the very least buffer in case something goes wrong, something changes, something breaks down. Life happens, y'all. Just give yourself time, give yourself space. Don't forget, life is much more enjoyable when you're not rushing around. Here's the bus station. My phone's about to die, but oh my god, look at that. First views in Rome. Oh my gosh. It's a pretty beautiful day. I still haven't even gotten to my hostel yet. I don't know. It's pretty beautiful. My hostel is right here by this water. That's why I chose it. As you can see, there's a lake. Definitely gonna be walking that at some point. We're doing a lot of walking here in Rome. A lot more than we did in Napoli. I'm ready. I'm prepared. This is the entrance to my hostel. So far, it looks amazing.
Okay, quick little insert. I had a lot of problems with this hostel. Just don't go there. Just don't. I'll leave it at that. Borgo Rippo. Don't go there.
I'm gonna be late for my walking tour. Look at that. It's Christmas.
I took this right before we started the walking tour.
Mussolini used to have his speeches right up there. Okay, this is the most tourists I've seen in one place. Jesus Lord. I mean, it is pretty magnificent. So apparently if you throw a penny with your right hand over your left shoulder, or not a penny, a coin, then you'll come back to Rome for sure. If you throw 2 coins, you're gonna meet the love of your life in Rome. And if you throw 3 coins, you'll marry that person. So here we go, guys. The Pantheon. Oh my gosh. Apparently, it's just as wide as it is tall. So, technically, a perfect sphere could fit in the middle of this. Check it out, guys.
If you follow me on Instagram, then you saw me post about this guy. It's actually because he had met Canon in Albania a couple of nights before he came to Italy, and we randomly were in the same walking tour and ended up talking about Albania, and of course ended up realizing that him and Canon had met and were staying at the same exact hostel. So I love this type of shit, guys. This is what the universe brings you when you're in alignment, for real. And this is the delicious carbonara I enjoyed as we talked about it.
This is probably my favorite thing about Italy. These little side streets.
Okay, take a good look at this image and remember it, because the next episode we're gonna have a full circle moment here.
Here we are. Vatican City. I decided to not do a tour guide because fuck a tour guide. They're cool, but it's so distracting to just experiencing something. So yeah, I'm just doing my own little individual tour. Here we go.
This is Dionysus, the god of wine and fertility, and you see him often carrying this thing that looks like the wheat that you make beer out of, but actually people are not sure. They've also speculated that it's actually a pine cone, because the pine cone actually resembles the pineal gland, which is represented throughout many ancient religious art and architecture. What's really cool about this is that I wasn't necessarily told this, I just noticed that that image and that symbol showed up a lot in the art and architecture. There are a couple more examples of the pine cone, and this one is actually at the Vatican. really love how old some of this stuff was. 600 BC. So this is actually a representation of like music spirits, and I really enjoyed it because I feel like I look like that when I'm making music.
One of my favorites. Look at that. The texture and the faces. Now I'm working on shit before I go see the sunset at some park. Well, I wanted to see the sunset, but I think it might be a bit too cloudy, so we'll see. I found the entrance. Had to walk all the way around, but I also hear some music. This might be a little vibe.
This is for all you aspiring travelers, whether it's long-term, short-term, on a budget or not. But especially if you're long-term, maintaining practices is so important. Even if you can only do a few minutes a day, yoga, meditation, stretching, blah, blah, blah. Just do it. Take that time for yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to burn out, and you don't want to do that. Come on, man.
I know this is horrible, but the only thing I think about when I hear this song is Blades of Glory. It's true. Okay, so over there where the flags are at, that's where Mussolini used to hold all of his speeches, because he lived in about 3 windows down. Right there, that's where he lived. So that's where he used to do all his speeches. And this used to be like an open square, but now they're adding the metro here. This here was done by a pretty well-known I don't even want to say Turkish, somebody, architect, did that one. It's really old. And then this one, right here, is the newest edition. In the 1800s, 17th or 18th century, they established this whenever Italy became a united nation. This was their sign of unification between all of the different Italian countries. I mean, apparently all the Italians though think it's tacky. That's what our tour guide said. In comparison to these not so tacky, magnificent buildings. Got some full-on pasta body right now. Funny observation. There's a lot more male hairstylists in Italy than I've ever seen. Like doing women's hair. Yeah. Made it to the park. It's about an hour and 20-minute walk. There are rabbits everywhere here, or bunnies everywhere here in this park. And I also saw in the Google pictures some sheep. So I'm looking for the sheep. Is it just me, or does anyone else like have a hard time running? Not because I'm out of shape, but because it really hurts my knees to run. I don't understand how people run so much. These knees cannot take it. I mean, can you relate or not? Am I the only one here with weak knees? We found some animals. We found them. It smells really bad. Pigs, horses, llamas. Pigs are all the way in the back. Right here. He's gonna be Thanksgiving. Oh, here we go. Here are the goodies. Here they are. Hey guys. What's up? What's up? You want some too? He said, I want some. I don't know what they're eating. Look at it. You too? You want some too? I found them. I found the sheep. Yeah. They're going somewhere. Look at this baby sheep. Look at him. Oh my gosh. Do sheep like attack? This guy right here is like, yo, hurry your ass up. Got some sheep. We'll be sweeping. Look what I just found. Alright guys, today is my last day in Rome. I'm gonna be doing an all-nighter because I booked my train for 5 a.m. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know how that happened, but I did book it for 5 a.m. and I have a Twitter space at 2 a.m. So yeah, I'm gonna be pulling an all-nighter tonight. Definitely gonna be drinking coffee around like 3 a.m. or something. But yeah, last day in Rome. I'm actually just gonna kind of work on some stuff because I have to get my next, I have to get Venice booked. I have to get the hostel for Venice booked. And I have to get my train booked or my bus. So I'm gonna work on all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna get all that out of the way first and then see if I have some time left in the day to do anything else. Honestly, I went to the park yesterday and I'm pretty exhausted from that. I walked around literally all day, saw some animals, beautiful sights. So good. So good. Definitely, when you're traveling, make sure you're not just going to the tourist spots, because yesterday after I went to the park, I just picked a random park because I love parks, I love nature, blah, blah, blah. It was literally the best city park that I've ever been to. It was amazing. Live animals, sheep, fucking beautiful views. But then also after that, I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna scroll around a little bit more. And at this point, I'd already walked like 3 hours or more. I've already been walking. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some food. So I grabbed some food to refuel. I sat down at a shop and chilled out for a bit. And then, and then I just looked on the Google Maps to see where I was, and then randomly saw this little thing on the Google Maps that popped up as a vintage shop or vintage store or something like that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go here because I love vintage and I love secondhand shopping, especially in fucking Italy. And guys, by the clips that you saw, either I showed it before this clip or after, it was amazing. It was huge. It was like large, big old warehouse, at least 6,000 square feet at least, probably more like 12,000. I don't know, I'm not really good at that. It was huge, back to back with local artisans, local people who like collect vintage, and some designers that were actually really good. Prices were like not like super cheap. There were a couple of things that were like $5 or $10, but everything, it was like curated basically, and it was quality stuff. So you were looking at prices, you know, with the clothes between like probably like 20 and up mainly for pieces, and then like shirts and stuff were probably lower. But like coats and jackets, they were so quality. They had like real leather, authentic vintage Italian clothes. It was really amazing. Unfortunately, I couldn't get anything for myself because my pack is already extremely full and heavy. But again, just another reason for me to come back out here. I didn't get a lot of clips of it just because I was literally so distracted from just absorbing it and experiencing it, but it's just so beautiful. So many good pieces, so many good artisans. But yeah, highly recommend. I'll actually put the name of it too so that you guys can check it out when you come to Rome. But yeah, guys, the transitions, man. Ugh. Every single time I leave a city, I'm always like dreading it, but as soon as I get there, I'm like in love. It's just like this love-hate relationship with traveling. The part where you actually do the traveling, yeah, don't like that part. No. Sometimes I enjoy it if it's like completely hassle-free, but if I only had like a backpack with me, I'd probably enjoy it a little bit more. But I know I'm got this big suitcase, and I've been talking about my big suitcase like the whole time because it is fucking huge. Because I'm carrying like my music equipment with me so I can record on the road, and that's like, you know, all the hardware, and then my ukulele and my yoga mat. So it's my fault, guys. It's not anybody else's fault except for mine. But it takes a lot to be me. It takes a lot to be me. And so I don't mind carrying around a heavy ass suitcase if that means I can record while I'm fucking traveling through Europe. Yep. At the train station. Gonna board probably in about 10 minutes and then leave in about 30 minutes. That's the train right there. Oh yeah, this is how I like it. Just like this.